There's no way to go about it. You know, I've gone to national chains and like just different stores, like local art supply stores, trying to get these things framed, and it's too expensive. First of all, to try and frame like 50 art prints that I've gotten from all these awesome artists at these cons that I've gone to, and it's just impossible. Like I don't have the money to do that.
Yeah, and I've seen your room. You've got like 4 things on the wall because it's all you have room for.
That's all I can do because the frames are really bulky. First of all, and. Or you have to buy like the really cheap frames that look really crappy, or they break like in the process of you getting them back to the house.
And they stay there. It's you put them up and you stay there.
You can't do anything versatile with it. It's just there forever until you do something else.
Growing up, I had probably as many posters as I possibly could get on the wall and at movie prints and any of that kind of stuff. And I'd come home from school every single day, and they'd fall on the ground. They'd be destroyed, and they were tearing right out. And I'd use tacks and putty and just trying to stick them on there. And I don't have any of them anymore. I still have some of the prints, and they're ruined because of the putty, but I don't have any more of the tacks.
Yeah, I actually had a really creepy moment. Like when I came out of my room in the morning, and had breakfast, came back, and the top tacks of my Jack Sparrow poster at the time.
It was a sign.
Like it was over my bed, and it like flopped over onto my bed almost like it was like covering me. It was a very strange moment to come back to. It was a sign. The bottom 2 were still, but the top was just totally ripped off. Oh. Yeah, it was really annoying. I don't know how it happened, but I'd take it. It didn't need to be on my wall anymore.
And honestly, I mean, you buy something, you can't find frames the right size for it, so you've got to get the additional mats for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I really never know what to shop for.
Yeah, no, I have no idea how any of that stuff works. I don't know complementary to the art itself or whatever. What's the correct mat board?
And honestly,
what's the right size? How much excess do you want to have to fit with your frame? And
anything
annoying.
awkward size too, you're spending $30, $40, $50 just getting something for it.
Yeah, and who understands double matting when you want to have like 2 different colors of mats to show off your art print? Sure, it may look nice, but you have all this extra like just negative space that's not even your art.
I don't even bother with it. My grandmother does stuff like that, and not a clue.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that works.
So we're here with Frameless to talk to you about this today because I designed it because I wanted to find a way to just better display what I have. Honestly, it was really important to me to get it just right, and I started designing it just as something for myself. And designing it more and more and actually putting time into it, I realized I think everyone's going to want this. So
most definitely. I mean, I want it.
Yeah.
It's like
I've got all this stuff at home that I just want to put in there.
And just get like $1 billion.
I was finding that when I was going to the store and I was taking my stuff to get it framed, I was paying more than what it was when I was actually framing. And especially for the bigger stuff. Yeah,
you spend $20 on a print at a con, but it's going to cost you maybe like $100+ to get it framed nicely.
Yeah, or you're just buying a bunch of really, really super cheap frames online, and half of them are coming in broken.
And if there's like an awkward size of a print, like a squared print, like an 8x8, there's no way you can find like just a standard frame that you can just buy.
Well, so
it has to be a custom frame.
There's a website out there that they do a lot of prints, and all their prints are really awkward sizes. Yeah. So you get them, and I think they have stuff like 22 by 28, just these really, really weird sizes, and you won't find anything for.
And a lot of websites that you can buy these prints from, like, they'll supply you the frames with it because it's such an awkward size, but that's how they're, like, getting you to spend more money, is to buy their frames, but then you can't put anything else in that frame but that particular picture because it's so awkward.
Yeah. So right here we have Frameless, and basically this is it unassembled. So you have the plastic sleeve, this is a plastic sleeve, and this is specifically designed to wrap around what you have. We worked with a die cutting company. We actually went through several different ideas before we even went to this. So we have the plastic sleeve, and with this, you would fold them over, take your comic book, in this case.
If you want to show in the GoPro.
Ah, yes, we have a GoPro here. So we also have an 11 by 17 right here as well.
Right here.
But yeah, we have the comic book, and it folds over. We chose to put a standard backing board in here as well to make sure that, the back stayed nice, because this is also to protect your work too. I mean, think about it. You have nice stuff, and you had the bag and board for it, and the one nice thing is that this actually fits in the bag and the board. So you can you can put this in the bag and the board, put it in your closet, and then when you want to display it, you can take it right out.
Yeah, so it's like double protection for your comics.
Yeah. So very simple. You have what are called the spine pieces, and the spine pieces fit right here.
Yeah. It's one of the
These
spine pieces.
Vertical spine, horizontal spine she's got right there. And they just fit together. They fold down to the center, and they snap into place. It is a nifty little Lego system. Obviously not Legos. I'm not endorsing that brand. We're not talking about that brand. But the one nice thing about this system right here is it's very, very good for snapping things into place and not popping apart.
Yeah.
It's kind of a universal system. And when the patent expired, everybody else kind of jumped in the bandwagon because they saw just how important it was. You got the center spine lock pieces that they lock into, just like this.
Yeah, they sandwich together, which forces them to stay together and not pop
You
apart.
push it right down there. Doesn't come apart.
Yeah. Yeah, let's show it.
So right here we have these slots right here are for mounting. There's a wall mount piece that'll be in the wall, and you'll just take it and you'll fit it right onto there. You saw it in the video.
Yeah, push it, slide it down, locks into place.
So, and the one nice thing about this too is once you get the wall mount perfectly in place, every single time you put this on here, it'll be level. When you put normal frames on there, when you put pictures on there,
You always gotta adjust it, and it's never ever straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And I know a long time ago, my dad was hanging something, and he hung it wrong. He hung it, I think it was too low. And I'm like, why'd you do that? You know we're in a while. He goes, no, trust me. And his wife came in the room, and she's like, can you raise it a little bit? He's like, absolutely. And then he took it and raised it a little bit. He's like, no, every single time I hang something, she tells me it's off, and then I move it, and then she wants it back. So I just hung it wrong. So what's nice about this is
you don't have to do that.
no, because you got the slots right here. Let's just say you put it on the wall and it's not quite where you want it to be. You can just take it off and slide it up or slide it down.
Yeah, because the wall mount fits into any of the slots that are on the spine pieces.
Yeah.
So.
This may be universal. The one nice thing too is for the wall mount, it is universal for the comic book size, for the 11 by 17 size, all the additional sizes we'll be having in the future. Everything is made to be universal so that if you have a comic book on the wall and you take it off, you can put any other size thing on the wall. Let's just say you have a comic that's a vertical comic. We're down here right now at Meltdown with our booth that we had at Wizard World in Las Vegas.
Yep.
And one of the comics that we had there is a Superman Wonder Woman comic, and it's
a landscape
yeah.
picture.
And so we have that, nicely landscaped with the other portrait pictures. So noticing one thing too is that I've seen people hang comics on the wall, and they'll usually take the bag and the board, and they'll stick a tack in the top of the bag, and
it just kind of hangs
it
there.
just kind of hangs there. and I mean, I've seen that done at comic shops as well. In Las Vegas, I've seen at comic shops, they kind of finagle and they kind of, DIY it or makeshift it, and it never really looks good. It always just looks like you're just tacking it on the wall.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to put the tack through the actual comic.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is proud of their...
Blasphemous.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Everyone is proud of their comics. We're proud of our comics. I mean, I have Sailor Moon comics at home that I want to be able to put these in.
Yeah.
And it's
I've got a bunch of old Dark Horse Star Wars comics that I love.
Yeah.
Some of the Wizard special half issues that I want to put up on the wall, and now I can finally show them off. And because of Frameless, it's not just one comic here or one comic there. It is I can show off entire sets.
Yeah, you could put your entire comic collection on the wall if you really wanted to, and completely cover your wall, or overlap them and collage them to create an art piece with your art.
Yeah.
And and that's what sucks about like traditional framing methods is that it doesn't have the versatility that we're offering with Frameless. And we're proud of our art, and we're tired of it just sitting in the closet because we can't afford to put it in a frame and put it on the wall, the right way. But this way, we can actually show off all the gorgeous art that is on like comic book covers.
Yeah.
I like buying the trade paperbacks with the collected volumes, but being able to show off the
There's
individual
something
issues
about reading
is
a comic book
gorgeous.
under a comforter with the flashlight
Yeah.
at 10:30 at night. When you're being told to go to sleep.
Especially if it's Tales from the Crypt.
Right? Oh man, or Creep Show. I used to have an old
Creep
Show
Show,
comic book that was just, I don't even know what happened to that. I wish I still had it. I found too that people were looking for this. People were searching for this. When I started developing it, we were going around to Comic Cons, we were talking to people, and all the artists that we talked to all the people that had stuff that they were selling were like, we want it. When can we get it? We want it now. We want it yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah, we want it yesterday.
And right now we're asking our Kickstarter goal of $50,000. The majority of that is used for the injection molding for these pieces. We 3D printed everything to make all the kits.
Yeah.
And just this kit right here cost about 35 bucks just to 3D print out, because we had to go industrial quality because the precision had to be so on point. Well, the 50,000 allows us to fund the Kickstarter and get all the injection molding done for all the pieces for the 11x17 and the comic book. Now, our first stretch goal after that is going to bring in the bracket pieces, which is going to allow you to start collaging your art. And that is really what Frameless was meant for. Frameless was meant to be able to take a piece of artwork, and you have one artwork here, and then you have your Frameless, another artwork in front of it.
Yeah.
Like
Put it
so.
on top of each other.
For comics, it's fantastic because it allows you to display entire sets of comics. We have a bunch of Buffy and Angel comics at home. We are huge Buffy and Angel nerds.
Yes, yes. Gotta love the Whedon.
Yeah, anything Whedon. And we have a bunch of stuff, and we would love to display it. And ideally, we want to be able to show off, 30 or 40 of season 9 or season 10.
Yeah, show off the entire arc.
Yeah. So, Frameless is not available in stores. It will not be available in stores.
That's why we're launching the
for a little
Kickstarter,
while
because
either.
we want to be able to give it to people in like a mass production quality.
This is patent pending and trademark pending. I already got all that taken care of because no one else had even come close to doing something like this on the market. And I realized, you know what, it's time to do it. The Kickstarter is so important too because it allows us to do it the way it needs to do it. If we were to take this product and sell it, or take it on Shark Tank or whatever and sell it, investors are going to come in, they're going to want 10, 20, 50% of whatever we're going to be able to get from this. And they're going to want a hand in how it's done. They're going to want to say, oh, well, we need to focus on this, or we need to focus on this. And I know what we need to focus on. We've done the research. We've talked with the people. We're focusing on comics, and we're focusing on standard art prints because that's what people want.
Yeah.
So
yeah, these are in the most demand right now. That's why we're offering these initially for the Kickstarter.
Yep.
And if we can blow past our goal, of course we want to offer different sizes. You know what I mean? That's the whole goal here. And this isn't just for, comics and art. You can do this with family photos. You can do this with anything.
Yeah.
Your kid's artwork that you want to put on the wall and display it, not just on the fridge, but actually have it look nice and maybe collage it with all their stuff from school.
As well, so you'll be able to do, your standard pictures from your photo album. So you'll be able to do
4x6, 5x7, 8x10,
8.5 by 11. So your kid comes home with, Mommy, I drew this. You can
Yeah.
actually put it on the instead of just
movie still
oh, thank you,
sizes.
and you put it on the refrigerator, and then you have all these pictures in the fridge. You can actually put them up and show if you want a progression of your kid every single year. This art from this year, this art from this year, this art
first
from
grade
this year.
artwork, second grade artwork.
So the link below takes you to basically go to the Kickstarter. The first reward that we're really featuring is the comic book kit. It's $12. It's actually a few bucks cheaper than what you're going to find for comic book framing on Amazon.com, and it was really important for me to lock in a solid, fair price point. All too often, I think on crowdfunding, you see products that are incredibly expensive, and you're backing it because you like the idea of it, but you don't necessarily like the price. And I wanted to make sure that everything was comparable to what you were going to find in the store.
Yeah, and with that $12, you'll get the sleeve for the comic, you'll get the 4 spine pieces, and then you'll get the center spine lock that sandwiches them together. And that's the whole package for $12 for the comic book size. And for the 11x17, you also get the mounting, the mount bracket.
Yeah, you'll get the mounting bracket as well.
Bracket.
And
the same thing goes for the 11x17 size. You get the sleeve, you get the 4 spine pieces, and then the center spine lock along with the mounting bracket that you can put it on the wall with.
And that one's 20.
And that's 20.
Yeah. So from there, we actually start jumping up to the next sizes. I'm sorry, not the next size. The next kit levels. We have what I call the 1-for-1 kit, where if you want a comic and you want 11x17, because you probably have comics and 11x17s, you can get one of each, so you can kind of try them both out and see them, and enjoy what you have with that. After that, we have the comic book packs, the 3 packs and the 5 packs. Those, I think, are kind of where Frameless starts to really shine, because you can Frameless more than just a few things.
Because who just has one comic book at home?
Yeah.
I know, I don't. I've got the entire set of Sailor Moon comics at home that I want to put on my wall, or the sets of the Buffy
Yeah.
comics that I have, or Wolverine.
And
you
the
know,
same
X-Men
thing, and the
comics.
same thing goes for the 11x17s. We have those in 3 and 5 packs as well. There is an artist, Holly Randall, Flying Frog Illustrations. If
Yeah,
you get a chance,
she's
you will see her
amazing. Sweetest
speckled
woman
over
ever.
all over. Oh, something showed up for us.
Oh,
Yeah, awesome. All right.
Here you go.
So really quickly, let's jump off into this. This is our this is a wall mount piece right here. This is what fits into the wall. This is a universal piece for frameless. So every single thing will mount onto this. We have other things that we don't want to talk about just yet. These are stretch goals. We're going to unveil them, but you'll be able to hang more than just your comics and yard prints. These are the bracket pieces. This is the half bracket. So one nice thing is that frameless, just onto the wall mount itself, it just fits in
yeah.
just like this.
It's pretty much flush to the wall.
Yeah, it takes it out 8 millimeters to the wall. I worked as hard as I could to get it as close to the wall at 8 millimeters is as close to the most frames are going to be.
Yeah.
Each half bracket piece brings it at another 8 millimeters. So you can take it, you can half bracket it like that, and then wall mount, and now you have the
And
second
now
level
it's
of depth.
further off the wall than it was before, and this is where you can begin to start collaging things on the wall and
Yeah.
overlapping them.
And then we also have, this is the full bracket. So while this is one level of depth, which is 8 millimeters, the full bracket is 16 millimeters. So, and it fits right in, they're all universal. Fits right in there just like that. We have the different colors, you can see them. And then we also have the double bracket. The double bracket is going to be, what is it, 16, do my math, 32 millimeters. And with that, you'll be able to get 8 levels of depth total, which from everything that we have done, all the really complex displays that we have done, 8 levels of depth is more than enough to get as much as you want. If you want to do something in 11x17
And collage to your
and
heart's content.
stagger all of it right around it, just like that,
Yeah.
you can do that.
All you need to make sure of is that there's enough room just for this to creep through, and then you can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
and actually it's designed so that even stuff like the comic book kit, which has a double perforation and so it wraps over it,
Yes.
there is a 1/16 of an inch right here, and that double perforation is, as you can see, much, much, much smaller than the thickness of that.
Yeah.
So after we have the packs, the 3 packs, the 5 packs, was the 1-for-1 kit. The 2-for-2 kit is, what is that? That one is, I believe, is $60, I think, the 2-for-2 kit. And that one allows you to get 2 of the comic books and 2 of the 11x17s. And as we were talking about Holly earlier, Trina's got about 1 million prints from Holly.
Yeah, I've pretty much bought everything that she's
Yeah.
ever done.
I for Christmas I commissioned out a Sailor Moon print from Holly, who
Yeah, it's
knew
really
nothing about
amazing.
Sailor Moon at the time, and she told me this is the most complex work I'm making. Thank you, and it became probably one of her most popular prints. And now she's doing a ton of Sailor Moon stuff because she actually knows about it.
Yeah.
But we have so much stuff where we can have a Holly wall if we choose.
Yeah.
But we know that you don't just want comic book, kits or the 11x17s. You might want 3 comic book kits and 5 11x17s or 10 11x17s, and that's where the variety packs come in. Starting at $100, you'll be able to get a variety pack, and you'll be able to basically mix and match everything that you want from there. So if you want to have 3 comic book kits and 5 11x17s, the variety pack is the way to go. One nice thing about the variety pack too is every stretch goal that we unlock, and we have a lot of stretch goals for different sizes. We have stretch goals for the different bracket pieces. Everything that is unlocked, you will be able to get in the variety pack. So if we unlock an 8x10, if we unlock a 13x19, if we unlock these different sizes that are not available as a single or as a triple or a 5-pack, the variety pack will allow you to get all of this stuff. If, let's just say, you only have room on your wall for 3 11x17s, but you have 20 11x17 prints, you can variety pack more sleeves instead of having all the back pieces. That way, you'll be able to get more sleeves for your buck and put all of your art in there, protect all of your art in there. Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell we're excited about this.
Yeah, this has been a lot of work. We also have worked really hard to make sure that we can ship everywhere.
Yes.
We've been getting a
That's been
lot of
incredibly
people
important to us.
from the UK. We've been getting a lot of people from Australia.
New Zealand, Canada.
Everywhere pretty much that is not America. People have been like, I want it, I want it, I want it. And what's really cool about that is just, they really don't have 11 by 17 sizes in the UK. They have centimeter sizes, and those centimeters aren't 11 by 17. You're just asking us that they want to buy them because of the comic book kits.
Yeah.
Not even the 11 by 17. They just like I talked to one guy. He's like I've talked to him in Facebook Messenger, and he was asking me all sorts of questions. He's like, and I was like, well, what do you want to use it for? And he told me, he said, I have a bunch of comic books I want to put over my desk, and I can't. Nothing has worked for me yet. And he was really excited.
Yeah, any of the comic book frames or protective sleeves or whatever that I've seen that allow you to put things on the wall, they're either really bulky and they just, I don't know, it just adds other stuff to it that is unnecessary. And it doesn't really look nice.
There's two
and it
kinds
takes away
that
from
I've
the wall
found.
space that you can actually utilize for more of the comics, but you have just this weird chunky like border thing happening.
I've noticed that the two kinds that you have these really expensive nice frames, which are for like your Superman comics. Like Superman issue 1, you put it in there. Which, yeah, I mean, it's Superman issue 1. You're gonna like put this in like a special display case with like a lockbox on it, so
like
that nobody
light
can
on
ever
it,
touch
nobody
it.
could ever see it.
Or you have this really junky wooden frame that goes around it that they hand paint, so as you get like blue or it's green, and it just looks like your kid made it in elementary school. And there's something to be said about wooden frames that are painted on with like those big things of paint that you get from the store. I don't know. It's not how I want to show off my Jay and Silent Bob signed by Jason Mewes. That's not how I want to show it off. I want to show this off with the rest of the Jay and Silent Bobs around it, and this one front and center.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we also have the variety packs go upwards. The one nice thing too that we're offering all of you is for the 3-packs, the 5-packs, the variety packs. As you purchase more kits, we're going to give you more off. So a 3-pack, you're going to get 5% off. At a 5-pack, you're going to get 10% off. When you start going to the variety packs, they start at 10% off and they go up to 40% off. If you are, let's just say you're a serious comic collector and you've got all of these X-Men comics from all of this, from like the last 2 decades, and you want to show these comic books off, and you want 100 frameless, you can go on and you can get 100 frameless. I think that will probably be what, like $1,000, $1,200. The variety packs go up to $10,000. So we can do that. We can ship you boxes and boxes of frameless. So the second you get them, you can plaster your entire wall with them.
All of your art and comics on the wall.
Also, we are really fun people, and you want to hang out with us. And we have a couple rewards that we are offering.
Yeah, we do.
That is what we call the Comic Con pack. And the Comic Con pack is basically you're going to get about $2,500 of frameless, and we're going to fly you and a friend out to Las Vegas to hang out with us at the Amazing Con next year, where we're going to have the booth set up. We're going to show you what it's like to be an exhibitor. You won't have to do any work. Don't worry. We're not going to pack mule you. But we're going to hang out with you in the daytime. We're just going to have fun. You're going to hang out with the Frameless crew. It's myself, Trina. I'm the derpy one on the video. She's a smart one who knows everything of what's going on. We've got Richard and Dan. We've got Ryan. We've got some great video cinematographers. We're all going to be kind of coming in and out. You're going to hang out with us. And then we're going to go do the Amazing Comic Con, and we're going to focus on Comic Con. You're going to get to walk around. You're going to get to meet the exhibitors. You're going to get to see Frameless in action.
Behind the scenes of what happens when you're an exhibitor at a con.
And then later on that Friday night, we're going to take you out. We're going to show you Vegas. We're going to take you. We're going to show you what the town is like. And then for the rest of the weekend, while you're at the con, anything that you want to buy, we're going to buy $500 of artwork for you, and we're going to supply it by another $500 of 11 by 17 frameless kits. So you'll be able to go home with frameless kits for all the artwork you bought just there that are now signed by the artists that you got to know. I suggest if you live on the East Coast, you definitely want to do this because these are artists you've probably never seen or heard of in your life. This is limited. We only have 2 available.
Yeah,
we
wanted
to keep this very personal. We didn't want to have swamps and swamps of people coming in. We wanted to make it to where, 4 people maximum. So you and a friend, and then you and a friend.
Yeah, it's going to be a unique experience.
So I think that might be. I think we're getting close to about it. Is that? we pretty much covered a lot of it.
Yeah.
We're going to be here
We're gonna be here at Meltdown Comics all day long.
Yeah, and any questions that you have, you can shoot them our way for a chat. We're going to have a number that you can text your questions to. We're going to be on the podcast back and forth. You're going to see us talking about this all day long.
And if you're in the local area, you should come down and hang out with us.
Come down, hang out. The first 100 people that come down here and pledge at pledge
At Meltdown Comics in Hollywood.
Pledge at home and show us do that too.
Show your appreciation.
You know?
But if you are local and you want to pledge and you want to come down and see us and check out the product, we have a Try Me wall for you guys can play around with this exact model that we have here. And if you pledge and we'll buy you a comic.
Yeah.
First 100 people will buy you a comic if you pledge to the Kickstarter and show us that you pledged to the Kickstarter.
So again, if you're just joining us, this is a Frameless Kickstarter. Click the link below to get to the Kickstarter page. Go on, pledge, show your support, get some awesome stuff for your comics. Treat your comics right. Treat your 11x17s right. We met a guy who sells 13x19s at Wizard World, and we're actually focusing on making some 13x19s for him, because when he sells them prints, he asks them, now how are you going to frame this? How are you going to put this in the wall? And if someone tells him, yeah, I'll use tacks, he pulls them back and he says, I do not sell these to people that are just going to tack up on the wall.
Yeah.
If you want to buy this, you will properly put it on the wall. And he was very excited about Frameless, and he expressed a lot of interest in buying these in bulk, selling them at his booth, because he feels like this is the perfect alternative
solution, so
to
that
putting it
when
on the
people,
wall.
because when people go to cons, you buy all those prints, but they're just kind of like flopping around in your bag, or you're kind of awkwardly holding them. You don't want them to get damaged, and this way you can put them in the framelesses, and you can go home and just put them on the wall.
Yeah.
And
this is Trina. I'm Will.
Will.
We're the creators. We want to run through the rewards one more time. We've got the single comic and the single 11x17 kits. We have the 3 packs of the comics and the 11x17. You'll get 5% off on those. We have the 5 packs of the comics and the 11x17s. You'll get 10% off of those.
Yeah, when you buy more, you save.
Yep.
I mean, generally that's the rule of thumb, right?
That should be the rule of thumb, I think. if you buy a 1-for-1, then you get those. If you buy the 2-for-2, you'll get 5% on that.
And with each individual kit, you will get a sleeve, the 4 spine pieces, the center spine lock, and the wall mount.
Yep, the wall mount right here again.
Slides right in, and that's your complete package.
Yeah, you got 7 mounting pieces right there. And actually, once we start reaching our stretch goals, the brackets are being thrown into every single kit. So pledge now, because as we reach our stretch goals, because you've pledged, you'll be getting all these additional pieces in your kits to really get the most out of your Frameless kits. Above the we already have people pledging for the variety packs, haven't we?
Yeah, already. Our first pledge of the morning was a variety pack.
Yeah, we officially launched at 7:30 the Kickstarter, and we officially had a pledge come in immediately at that time. And I think it was a variety pack. Someone pledged for a $100 variety pack, because they don't know what they're going to want. And that's the one nice thing, is as we're unlocking more sizes, they'll be able to say, you know what, I don't need any 11x17s. I just want a bunch of 8x10s and some comic books, and they can do that.
Yeah.
And I did that because I knew that you guys weren't just going to want to be focused on, oh, well, I have to buy these or I have to buy these. So these right here, the size that we have, it supports the modern age. We do have prototypes for Golden Age and Silver Age that are in the works. They may be stretch goals. Just depends. Gotta unlock them and find out.
Yeah, you gotta unlock them to find out.
What I will say though is the guy from the UK who was talking to me was very, very upset that he can never find framing for his Golden and Silver Age comics that he has. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're good. So come on down, see us. Watch it all day long, because we're going to be on the blog, and
we'll be on the podcast on and off throughout the day.
And you're going to get to kind of know us. So you're going to we're going to watch us and go, you know what? Yeah, I want to go to Vegas. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
we got more people that are going to be in there. We might even have a surprise guest. I know we have some other people coming a little later on, and we might have somebody here who basically kind of did the restart for Good Charlotte. So if you're a Good Charlotte fan, I might have someone here that. Yeah, and he's definitely a character. So share the Kickstarter page. If you're in LA, come see the mounting system yourself. It's,
You know, it's so easy. I've been putting it together on and off throughout this entire
yeah,
time.
we're not even looking at it. We're looking at the camera because that'd be weird to look at that and do all that.
Yeah, you know, make sure you tweet with #framelist down in the corner, you know.
Yep, frameless, ED, kind of like past tense. I got this frameless. So,
Yeah.
so share your tweets with that, and then just tell your friends on Facebook because you guys know how Kickstarters work.
Yeah, the only way we're successful is if word of mouth gets around, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, you know, like the Facebook page, share the page with your friends, tag your friends in the posts so that everybody can realize just what we're offering, you know what I mean?
And honestly, I had some
don't
people.
make our money,
I
you
had
know.
some people telling me because they're like, "Oh, well, Kickstarters are all or nothing. Maybe you should just do Indiegogo or do a different crowdfunding campaign that would allow you to get some of the money." And I told them flat out, I said, "If I only get some of the money, I cannot give them the rewards, and I will not do this unless I can give them rewards. I have everything already locked in place, manufacturing, a whole 9 yards, and help make this happen. You will get your kits." So
Yeah, we're in for the long haul, people.
the
We
goal
know what
before
we're doing.
Christmas too. So thanks
Yeah,
for tuning in.
clutch now.
We're gonna play the Kickstarter video again, and we're gonna see you in a few minutes.
Are you worried about ruining your favorite art, posters, or comics with tacks, putty, or tape? Not happy with your old worn-out frames? Now there's a new way. Frameless. Frameless gives you the freedom to show off your art naturally, without borders, exactly how it was created. From comics to prints, small and full-size posters, the Frameless Universal Mounting System allows you to swap between any size frameless with no additional mounting. You can even switch out your artwork to show off your favorite toys, collectibles, and vinyl figurines. Installing Frameless is fast and easy with the detachable level. The angled nail slots keep Frameless snug against the wall, no matter the kit size. Frameless's patented bracket system gives you the freedom to space your art up to 8 levels of depth away from the wall. The Frameless stand lets you take your favorite comics and small prints off the wall and display them on any flat surface. Have you ever wanted to collage your pictures? The unique design of Frameless lets you overlap your images, allowing you to fit even more in the same space with a whole new level of showcasing your collection. If you ever want to change your display, swapping images from a frame can be time-consuming. Frameless comes apart in seconds, and the artwork can be replaced just as quickly. Frameless also protects your images, both on the wall and in storage. And our patented frameless sleeves easily fit inside standard comic bags with boards. Unlike traditional frames, which can be broken during storage and shipping, Frameless can be shipped and stored safely, and your prized artwork will stay in mint condition, both on your wall and in your closet. Have a custom calendar or goal sheet? Dry erase markers work perfectly with Frameless. Take your favorite memories and display them with Frameless. You can even customize your own photos to tell that special someone how much you love them. Frameless assembles in 4 easy steps. Fold it, fit it, snap it, hang it. You can't find Frameless in any store, retail outlet, or online. Yet. The Frameless Kickstarter will unveil this spring. If you're tired of boxing in your artwork and displaying memories with boundaries, pre-order your kit and make them frameless.
Hey guys, I'm really excited to share Frameless with you. It's something I've always wanted for my art and comics, and I want all of you to be able to have it as well. So share the video, invite your friends to our page, and spread the word about Frameless. Go to our Kickstarter and pre-order your kit now.